Hello, and welcome to the King of Kings 3 Crafting Guide. Here we will show you how easy it is to start crafting equipment of your own. There are many layers of crafting in King of Kings 3, and players are able to craft very simple items, as well as very complex ones that offer large benefits. The first step in crafting is learning how to harvest the components. Start by visiting the General Merchant in Scarabear. In the Tool tab, you can purchase everything required to get you started. There are 5 possible tools: the iron ore pick, the skinning knife, gathering gloves, the woodman's axe, and the crystal ore pick. For now, I've purchased them all. Low-level players will want to start with just one, and go up from there. The primary place to harvest in King of Kings 3 is in the Element Realm. Other areas open up once you join a legion, and eventually a kingdom, but for now, let's start here. Be careful, as the Element Realm is a contested area, and you'll likely find players more than happy to attack and kill you. We'll start with logging. Hunt down a tree and equip the woodman's axe that we purchased from the General Merchant. Simply click on the tree and you'll begin your assault upon it. After a few moments, it will fall, leaving you with a wonderful piece of raw wood. Don't worry, King of Kings 3 is an environmentally conscious game, and all the trees you chop down here, they grow back very quickly. The gathering process is the same for each of the 5 materials: crystal, cotton, fur, and finally, iron. Now that you've collected your raw materials, you need to upgrade them before you can use them in crafting. Return to Scarabear and visit the Material Melder. She requires that you have at least 3 of a material to combine it into one material of the next level. Notice how our raw material is now a level 1 crafting item. You can also continue to upgrade your items here as well. 3 level 1 wood pieces will result in 1 level 2 wood pieces. The higher quality of the materials you use in crafting, the better your final results will be. Now that you've created your own material, let's visit the weaponsmith. We're going to create a long sword. Now, notice the material required box. This displays all of the materials needed for the crafting of the selected weapon. Below that is the material list. It displays the matching items that we have in our inventory. You'll see both the level 2 iron I just crafted, as well as a level 4 I purchased from the Cloth Master. Notice that when I add the level 2 iron to the crafting process, the chances of weapon quality changes in the quality box below. Now, I'm going to remove the level 2 iron and put in the level 4 iron. Notice how the chance of crafting a green item shoots up to 100%? This is where the quality of your materials comes into play. The green item has much better stats than the others. When you're ready to craft your item, you click the Make button. You'll see a small lottery with 12 different possible items which could result from your crafting. When this is complete, just check your inventory and your new equipment will be there. So now let's equip it and see how awesome it looks. Sometimes, you may not be happy with the equipment you've created, or you've just leveled up beyond its use. There is no need for great equipment to go to waste. The Disenchanting Master will break down any of your worthwhile equipment back into some of its original components. Here, you see the piercing longsword has a chance of being broken down into iron ingots or wrought steel. You'll also receive a small amount of experience for each item you disenchant. Click on the Dismantle button to start the process. See? We've created both an iron ingot level 3 and 4 for our effort, and these materials can be put right back into crafting new and better items for yourself. Sometimes, you may find a non-soulbound item which you would like to have bound to yourself. You can do this quite easily with paint. One place to obtain paints is in the traveling shop. The Advanced Crest paint not only carves your name into it, but it gives you some extra stats as well. Once we've purchased our paint, we would visit the Carving Master to complete the process. Notice how our sword is just a typical and unbound sword. The first thing we'll do is drag the sword over to the carving box, followed by the paint that we wish to apply to it. When you're ready, hit the Soulbound button, and now we have a soulbound piece of gear with increased stats. Crafting your equipment is only the beginning. Equipment can be upgraded well beyond its initial stats. Let's now visit the Blacksmith Master to see how. The Blacksmith Master adds stars to your equipment, which increase its attributes. He requires mithril shards for each level of upgrade. Mithril is given out for free with each purchase of shillings through the Gamigo account system. It can also be found on some monsters. Start by placing your equipment in the equipment forging box. Let's take a moment to notice its stats now so we can compare them after the upgrade. Alright, let's upgrade our weapon. Notice how the stats have increased? The higher up in star levels you go, the greater the chance of a failure occurring. A failure can be very dangerous, as it will delete all of your stars. Luckily, there are items in King of Kings 3 which help to increase your chances of success, such as Advanced Lucky Stones, which can be purchased for shillings in the traveling shop. Let's use one now, just to be on the safe side. Alright, now let's see how far we can go. If you manage to get enough stars, your equipment will take on a brilliant glow so everyone can see. It is also possible to completely change the bonuses your equipment grants you. Let's run to the Equipment Tuner. Here, we can select one of our weapons and retune it to randomly change its type and attached bonus. Notice how the intelligence bonus is plus 10 on the current weapon. Let's tune it and see what it gives us instead. Be careful, because any resonant skills will change in this process, something we'll go over later. Okay, see how the weapon type has changed along with all of its stats? Weapon tuning is very useful in creating gear that's perfect for your character, giving you the stats that you want to focus on. For even further improvements to your equipment, magical stones can be inserted into your weapons and armor. To begin, speak with the jeweler in Scarabear. She will give you the options of item socketing and gem mounting. We'll start with item socketing. This will create the sockets for our gems to be put into. So drag your weapon into the socketing box. But now we see an error that says we do not have any Artemis metal in our inventory. Artemis metal is required for item socketing, and it can be purchased from the traveling shop. Artemis level 1 is for the first socket on an item, level 2 is for the second, and so on. For this sword, I'm going to purchase both a level 1 and a level 2 Artemis, so I can create 2 sockets. We are now able to create gem sockets on our sword. Now, the next step is to actually put some gems in there. Gems can be found on higher level monsters throughout Tangramia. Each gem is unique and offers different properties for your equipment. Now drag the sword back over, and we're going to drag one gem at a time into its sockets. Now notice the stats on the gems, and after we place the gems into their proper sockets, notice how our sword now has a new paralysis resistance ability. One of the more advanced crafting topics is resonance. This might seem complex at first, but is actually quite simple once you understand the basics. Many pieces of armor have the ability to resonate with another piece. For instance, the helmet that I have equipped is the Light Daedalus Military Hero Helm. The first word in brackets, light, describes the element attached to the equipment. There are 7 types of elements that can be attached to equipment. They are light, earth, water, fire, chaos, war, and nameless. Now notice the gray text at the bottom of the helmet's description. It says, Earth Military Hero War Boots. It then details the resonance bonus. This means that if I equip the boots described here, that my helmet would resonate with it and grant me these additional bonuses. Let me show you an example. I've already crafted just the boots required by the helmet. See, the name of my boots perfectly matches that which is required in the description of the helmet. Now, watch as I equip these boots. The helmet icon begins to shimmer, and the description now displays the additional bonuses to my helmet. So let's keep the chain going. The description on the boots calls for Water Military Hero Gloves for its resonant set piece. Once again, if I equip the gloves that it asks for in this description in gray, my boots will now gain a resonance bonus. Now, on to the more complicated part. Our gloves, in order to resonate, call for Fire Military Hero War Armor. But our current war armor is of the water element. This obviously won't resonate, as you can see here. So, how do we manipulate the element types and resonance of an item? There are 2 primary ways. We can talk to the synchronizer in Scarabear. From his list, choose the equipment you wish to change the resonance skills of. As you can see in the material list, changing resonance will often require some advanced materials. If you don't have these materials, you can always buy them easily from the traveling shop. I'm going to purchase a few now. So, once you have your materials, add them in and hit Resonate. your item will randomly take on the properties of another element. As you can see, the resonance has changed, but it's not what we wanted. This method can be quite random and ultimately expensive, which is why there is another way that does exist. In the traveling shop is an advanced resonance attribute modifier. The benefit of using this is that not only does it cost less materials to change the resonance of an item, but it also lets you choose from 2 groups of elements that your equipment could be changed to, which gives you a much better chance at getting what you want the first time. I'm going to purchase 2 of these now. So, let's use our new item and choose our armor again from the list. Because we want it to become a fire element, we will choose the first option which comes up, which will randomly give us either an earth, light, fire, or water element. Because of the increased chances while using our item from the traveling shop, we got what we needed on the first try. So, let's equip our new armor. Now, as you can see, not only does this resonate with our gloves, it also completes a 4-way resonance cycle. Our helmet resonates with our boots. Our boots resonate with our gloves resonate with our armor, and the armor resonates back again to the helmet. Having complete set pieces such as this can go a long way in both PvE and PvP battles. Finally, there is the Weapon Resonance Master. The Weapon Resonance Master helps us make a weapon and shield resonate more easily. He does this by changing the weapon's resonance requirement to that of a necklace of your choosing. Currently, our weapon calls for a resonance with a hell pattern necklace. Since we don't have this necklace, let's change it to one that we do. Speak with the Weapon Resonance Master, place your weapon into the slot, and then place in the necklace you would like it to resonate with. When you're ready, press the Link Adjustment button. Notice how the sword's resonance requirements have changed? The sword now calls for a military war hero necklace. So, let's equip our necklace and sword so we can see that it works. There, we now have a resonance bonus on our sword. The same process can be repeated for the shield. As you can see, there is a large amount of depth to the crafting process in King of Kings 3, and players are free to get as involved as they'd like. Having a fully upgraded, high-level set of resonating armor will definitely give you the edge in any combat situation, and will be the envy of your teammates. Good equipment can make the most powerful foes seem like child's play, so get out there and get crafting. For more information on King of Kings 3, please visit kingofkings3.gamigo.com. See you in game.